Whoa. You guys feel it? You feel it? The balance between collectors and players. It's right here. It's amazing. Oh my gosh, some stuff to talk about today. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is a ring light. You guys notice it looks nice and bright? Yeah. Somebody was like, "Hey Lou, you should get a ring light." And I was like, I have one. It's right there under that couch. It's been under that couch since I started my channel. I don't know. I have no excuses. All right, have you felt this balance between collectors and players, and the way that Skirmish has just like all of a sudden like these collectors just like want to magically like they want to play? Like, have you guys noticed that? Have you seen that like online all of a sudden people who used to just be like buying and trading cold foils are all of a sudden like hey guys, hey, how do we set up webcams to play games? Hey, can anybody want to teach me how to play? Do you see it? Like, do you see how genius? Like, do you see how genius Legend Story Studios is to create this hype, this event, this skirmish that brings in everybody, like that includes everybody, and that makes people excited, not just about the game, but about the whole thing, like the collectability, the community, the event running, the organization, the tournament structure. We've had great conversations about the tournament structure as a result of all of a sudden people caring because of the skirmish thing. It's genius. I think when we look back on this in 10 years, when we look back, we're like, what is one of the biggest moments in Flesh and Blood's early history? There's a bunch of them, but I really think one of them we're going to talk about is Skirmish. So I want to talk about a couple things with Skirmish. Here's why you should care. Before you click away, here's why you should care. Number one, we're going to be talking about the health of the game, and that includes collectability, includes your investments, it includes your playing if you're a player, because the Skirmish has proved the health of the overall, like if you were worried about like the bubble thing or any of that crap, like what Skirmish has proven is the health of the overall game of Flesh and Blood. So we're going to talk about that. The other reason you should care is because of the buzz. The buzz. I've been watching a lot of Italian shows. The buzz. I've been watching The Sopranos with my wife. Anyway, don't watch The Sopranos. Terrible. Okay. Because of the buzz, I mean, everywhere, everyone is talking about Skirmish. There's play mats that are being put on Facebook for, they're not going to sell for $2,500. And everyone's like, oh my gosh. The buzz about this Skirmish thing is huge. Everyone's talking about it. Every major store who could get it, right, is doing events. They're figuring out. It's all professional. It looks really, really good. The buzz about this is awesome. Everyone's talking about it, from the players to the collectors. That we'll talk about. And then the last thing is, the reason you should care is because LSS has communicated so, I don't want to say well, because there was some issues with the player frequently asked questions about Skirmish. But other than that, like, I feel like the organization of this, like the idea that they are sending out the promos and their communication about like what the promos are and who's like that it's a participation thing, but then also like they're just their overall like we kind of had some conversations. I told you that they responded to me about my issue with the not my issue, but a viewer's issue with the tie system, and they're going to have some stuff come out. It's proving my point is that they are going to communicate. They are going to be in a relationship with their players, and that's as opposed to Magic the Gathering. So let's talk about how Legend Story Studios has knocked it out of the park with skirmishes. So I see in this 3 wins, okay, 0 ties, and 1 double loss, okay? Sorry. I see 3 wins, 0 loses, and 1 double loss. That was my joke. So here you go. Win number 1 is that the local game store wins. And this is huge. Like Legend Story Studios has proven that they care about the LGS, the local game stores. And the biggest winner out of all this is not you, the player, is not, me, the collector, is not the investor. The biggest win out of all this is the local game store. Local game stores who have been given priority over, whatever, to do skirmish events. And, I think they'll add more skirmish events and more, more LGSs in the future. This is kind of the first wave of it, right? But those stores who have gotten it are winning huge because they are able to put on these really, really good events. They're able to make money off of these really, really good events. And, like 64-person tournaments, Compete Sports, this past weekend, we put on a 64-person tournament. Like, when's the last time that your local game store was able to put on a 64-person tournament and bring in money for a 64-person tournament? And, Compete Sports, mad shout out to them. They gave all their money over to Duke's Research, medical research for that, all the proceeds from the tournament. So mad shout out to them. But other LGSs, they're able to financially make money, which is great. That's a huge win. We're in the middle of a global pandemic where you can't play games at your local game store. And here comes LSS, Legend Story Studios, saying, hey, here's a way that you can make some money. Here's a way that you can do some event. And on top of that, they sent out all the promos themselves. They don't even, you as your local game store, get the money in, and you don't have to pay the money to give up the promos. It's genius. It is so good on Legend Story Studios. The retailer appreciation kit, really cool, really great thing. Good job, Legend Story Studios. The booster box price, really great, good job. But this one was interesting. This one was different. It was creative, and it was a huge, huge, huge win for the local game stores. Okay, then you, the player, okay? You won. Oh my gosh, have the players won. I've played more games of Flesh and Blood in the last week and a half than I've played my entire career of Flesh and Blood. Because people are like, oh, hey, can we practice? Can we do games? I want to practice and make sure everything's set up for the skirmish. I got to play in a skirmish. I got to facilitate. I got to play some games when people dropped in the Compete Sports skirmish. I got to play some games there. Like, the players now have a place, have an opportunity to play the game, to test out the decks. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to who are like, hey, do you have this card or that card? I'm trying to build this deck that I've seen online. I haven't gotten to play because I want to play it. And it's just like, the players have won so much as a result of skirmishes. It's awesome. And there's so many people who like I said, like I saw all over the place. Hey, do you know how to set up a webcam? Can you show me how to set up a webcam? Because they're learning for the first time how to play. They maybe played with their brother, or their sister, or their wife, or maybe their kid, or whatever. But this is the first time that they were really playing the game and being taught how to play the game by somebody. Is these to practice for the skirmish events, because skirmish has made an excuse for them to do so because of the prize support, because of the fun, because of the buzz, right? Okay, so the players won because they got to play. The collectors, this is our third win. The third win. The collectors, and you can be a collector and a player. The third win, the collectors, oh my gosh, the prizes are, they're all participation prizes. The collectors don't even have to be good at the game. Like, I can win these prizes and I'm not good at the game. That's fantastic. That's a huge win. Like, the collectors win here. I want to say one more thing about the players. The players win because they just get to play the game. And there were so many people in the Compete Sports thing that were just like, I just want to keep playing. Like, they were just like, I don't care about the prize. I don't care about the top 8. I just want to keep playing. So they got to play the game. Sorry, the collectors, back to them. They don't even have to be good. And the prize support is fantastic. Like, they win because of the random prize support that is just kind of, you don't have to cheat to win. You don't have to do whatever. You just get to play the game. You get to enjoy yourself, sit back, relax, maybe play some sort of a meme deck and have some fun. And you still have an opportunity to win these really, really cool promos. I really hope I get a scarf or scar mat. Like, I really, you guys know I'm neoprene gang, right? Some people are, like collectible cardboard gang. I'm neoprene gang. But the collectors win because of these sweet promos. The head jab promo, like, it's just everything. Not even mention the 8 cold foil heroes per event. So, like, the prices of some of those hopefully will start coming down. So the collectors really, really, really win here. And I love that they made the prizes, and because of like the whole, you know, how do you catch somebody cheating off camera type thing, they made the prizes participation point prizes, because that works super well from a collector point of view, because again, I don't have to be good at the game. I can learn. I don't have to like, I feel like I'm gonna be terrible and get my butt kicked and not be able to do anything. Like, I can just play and have fun. Like, I love that part of it. So we had 3 wins. We had no losses, but we had a double loss. And the double loser here is Magic the Gathering, because I have no more interest in playing Magic the Gathering. I just don't. And as a person who came from Magic the Gathering, it's just like, I have no interest in Cowtime. I have no interest in any of that, because all of a sudden, like, I went and played the pre-release draft of Cowtime, and I haven't even thought about it, because all of a sudden I'm just so focused on Skirmish. Like, it just gives me an opportunity. And meanwhile, like, what is Wizards doing? They haven't, like, here's this small little tiny company in Legend Story Studios, and meanwhile Hasbro, like the owners of all toys, right, can't even come up with a way to support like online play. Like, there's a whole, like, Spell Tables, this awesome Magic the Gathering like client, and like has Wizards been like, hey, here's some promos that LGSs can use to run a Command Fest, and no, instead they just canceled Command Fest and gave all and they're just selling them on, you know, Channel Fireball is just selling them. It's just like what are they doing? It's just crazy. So Magic the Gathering, they're the big losers, and I'm so impressed with how Legend Story Studios has handled this. So let me know in the comments. Hit thumbs up if you like the skirmishes. Let me know in the comments if you're if you played in the skirmish, if you did better than I went 1-0 well, sorry, the whole double loss thing, whatever. So I guess I went 1-7. Is that how that works? I had one win, which was a bye. I had 0 loss. I had 1 win, 1 loss, and 2. I don't remember what I did. I didn't do good. I suck. But I'm gonna practice and get better. What else do we have to talk about? Anything? Hey, I hope you have a good day, and I hope you enjoyed the skirmish stuff. And Legend Story Studios, if you're watching, as a player, collector, I'm really impressed. Just really impressed. So, hey, if you don't have a webcam yet, make sure you get one, because there's a good excuse for you to learn how to play.